What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Game Night YouTube channel. In today's video, guys, I am going to be trying to get redemption from the last playthrough that I did with the archer character Zolla right here in Iron Helm. So dudes, if you saw the last playthrough, I got pretty decimated. We got pretty unlucky in that last one. And yeah, if you haven't seen that one, I'll give you a quick little rundown of what's going on. So I am using some of the expansions for Iron Helm in this playthrough. I'm using the Lonely Troll Inn expansion. So if we happen to beat this dungeon, we can go to the Lonely Troll Inn, we can heal up, we can potentially hire some henchmen, which is a new type of card, and then we can move on to a level 2 adventure after that. I'm also using the Realms and Relics pack, which adds artifacts, which are very powerful loot cards, and it adds environments, which add a thematic setting to each level of the dungeon. And I'm also using the Beasts and Burdens Companion booster pack here, which adds some enemies, some new plot cards in the form of mini bosses, and it adds these affliction cards right here. So without further ado, let's get back into it. Like I said, we're going through with Zolla once again. We're starting with her short bow and leather armor trappings. We've got her conceal skill, which allows us to attempt to avoid a skirmish. And she starts with 2 gold here, which I'm choosing to spend on these 2 trappings right here. Rations, which we can discard immediately and gain 2 additional rations. So we're going to do that right now. And we're going to gain 2 more rations. So we have 3 rations to begin with. And I'm also spending my other gold on a door wedge, which we can discard to avoid an ambush or a skirmish. So I'm going to place my 2 gold over here. We've got 3 rations. We have 12 starting energy and 14 starting health. Let's go into the dungeon. Everything is shuffled up and ready to go. Hopefully we have better luck than last time. So let's go ahead and draw an environment card first of all. And we have the Frost Glen. It says, your breath turns to frozen mist and your skin tightens as you enter a vast frozen valley. All enemies on this level that are weak to fire add +2 to their damage during combat. Yikes. You may not search for food when at the campsite, and the mushroom grove does not contain rations. Okay, that's brutal. Then it says, if you resolve the treasure card on this level, you gain an additional potion, and all enemies on this level that you defeat that are weak to fire gain you an additional gold. Okay, so we have to try to keep those things in mind. So we're going to set that right over there. And yeah, let's go. So let's head into the dungeon, put one face down, open this, the labyrinth right off the bat. We would have to discard a ration. That kind of sucks. But if this is an ambush or a skirmish, that sucks even more. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get lost a little bit in the labyrinth, and we're going to have to chow down on some of our rations, but we do find our way out eventually. Let's keep on going. The Mushroom Grove. Now, because of the Frost Glen, it says that you may not search for food when at the campsite, and the Mushroom Grove does not contain rations. So we don't get anything from that, which is super brutal. Would have been nice to get our ration back that we had to eat in the labyrinth. Treasure. Ooh, okay. The Frost Glen does say if you resolve the treasure card on this level, you gain an additional potion. So that's pretty sweet. So we're going to gain 1 gold, and we're going to find a potion. And we get a Spark Bomb. So we can discard this Spark Bomb card to deal 2d6 damage, and it'll do +5 damage to foes weak to fire. So we're going to go ahead and hang on to that. And set these over here and continue further into the dungeon. A clearing. So we're going to go ahead and draw a plot card and see what we got. We've got the corpse. You trip over the corpse of a fellow adventurer. As you stagger to your feet, you realize the body belongs to a friend from years past. We can either bury the corpse or take the money and run. If we bury the corpse, we're going to lose 1 energy, but we'll move up 1 on the morality track. I think I'm going to do that. So it says you decide the best way to pay tribute to your friendship is a proper burial. So we're going to go ahead and bury our poor deceased friend, and we're going to lose 1 energy, but we're also going to move up 1 on the morality track, and that gives us 1 eye toward fighting the boss. So lose 1 energy, and we'll go up 1 on the morality track right there. Okay, this is better than last time so far. No skirmishes or ambushes yet, but it's kind of scary because these could be those. There's a skirmish. I think I'm going to attempt to conceal. Yeah, I think I'm going to attempt to conceal. So it says you may attempt to avoid a skirmish. We need to roll a d6. We're wanting a 5 or a 6 here. Ooh, we got a 2. That is terrible. So it says fail, add 2 to initial damage. So we're going to draw an enemy. We're going to add the dungeon level plus 2 to their health, so 3. He's got 4, so he's got 7 health, and then we're going to add 2 to his initial damage. Yikes. And it says you may not defend against initial damage. So this is brutal. So he's going to do plus 4 to whatever he rolls. Also, we have the short bow, and it says to deal 2 damage to your foe before taking initial damage. So he's going to go down to 5 health, which is pretty nice. And he's going to be doing plus 4 damage to us. So 5 minus 3 is 2, plus 4 is 6 damage. Yikes. That's a big hit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have 8 health. That almost took off half of our health. So he's down to 5. I think I'm going to spend 2 energy. Spending 1 is kind of risking it. So I think I'm going to spend 2. Should be enough. And we roll a 9 damage to him. So he is donezo. Let's move this over here. We get 1 coin from him. So we're up to 2 gold. And we get 1 loot card, which is a dagger. Nice. So we must re-roll die results of 6 when a dagger is used as a primary weapon. So we're going to go ahead and hang on to that over here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items worth of weight on us. We can hold 2 more weight. And then we're going to add our undead archer to the graveyard over here. So there we go. First bad dude of the dungeon in the graveyard. Let's keep going. The arrow trap. Your curiosity with the ruby-eyed statue comes at a cost. Gain 1 poison token. Yeah, sure, why not? I don't really want to press my luck because, like I said, there are probably a lot of skirmish and ambush cards left because we haven't seen many. So we're not going to go that way. Ooh, a skirmish. I think I'm going to skip it, and we can door wedge if this is another one. A skirmish, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use the door wedge. It says to discard to avoid an ambush or a skirmish. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. That is one of my trappings. I'll get rid of that right there, and we're just going to go ahead and avoid that skirmish. And we're moving into the last couple of rooms in the dungeon here. Let's go this way. We got an ambush. You know, we're going to do it. I'm going to do this one. So we're going to draw an enemy. Ooh, it's a consuming mass. So we're going to add their the dungeon level to their health, and we get to attack first. So he is at 8 health. We are going to get to strike first here. I think I just want to spend 2. Yeah, I think I'm going to spend 2 energy. And we're going to roll 2 dice. And we're going to try to pop this dude off with the bow in 1 shot, hopefully. Ooh, we rolled a 4. Not that good. So he's at 4 health remaining. And he is going to attack us back. He has 3 attack added onto whatever he rolls. And it says that your hand weapon is lost if you roll more than 2 1s during an attack. But we've got a ranged weapon there. I don't know if that works that way. It might still work that way. You might still lose it. I'm not too sure. So let's go ahead and roll here. Okay, so 2 minus 1 is 1, plus the 3 is 4. Yikes. We're getting beat up on, dudes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're at 4 health. Yeah, we're at 4 health. That is not good. Yikes. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and let's see. Did I get myself the right amount of health? Let me double check real quick. Yep, okay. I sure did. We've lost 10 health and I have 4 left right there. So we are good to go. I thought I might have given myself 12 health. All right. He's got 4 health left on him. So let's go ahead and if I spend 1, I feel like that's kind of risky. I know it sucks, dudes, but I'm going to spend 2. I don't want to die this soon. Let's go ahead and spend 2. We got to kill this thing. Okay, 11. Crushed it. Ooh, we have to re-roll 6s with the short bow, but it doesn't matter because we rolled a 5. So yeah, 7 damage total. That dude is a goner. And we are going to get 2 treasures. So we're going to get a loot in the form of, ooh, Helgen's Elixir. You can discard this to gain 3 health and 3 energy and remove 2 poison. We're doing that immediately. That is amazing. So yeah, that's a loot card. And we also get a potion in the form of an antidote. So we're going to hang on to the antidote. I'm going to go ahead and chug Helgen's Elixir right now. So we're going to discard this card. And we are going to gain 3 health, putting us up to 7. And we're going to gain 3 energy. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to remove 2 poison. So we have no poison on us now. Dude, that is amazing. That's incredible. And we get the consuming mass over here in our graveyard. And that is the end of that level of the dungeon. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle the dungeon deck up. We're going to have to consume a ration as well. And you gain an energy back in between levels when you consume a ration. I've seen a lot of people misplaying that rule. Not trying to throw shade at anybody, but just for your own knowledge and you know, for your own, to make the game play a little bit better, because I know people were talking about how hard it is to get energy. In between levels, when you consume a ration, you also get an energy back, and Jason Glover, the designer of the game, he confirmed that himself. I think it was on Board Game Geek. So yeah, so that is an official rule. Now we need to check for poison. We don't have any. We're going to move up to level 2 in the dungeon. We're going to draw a plot card. It is the Chasm. It says, you nearly slip and fall to your death as your feet find the edge of a perilous drop-off. You hear a worried voice echo from across the other side of the gap. Help me, the rope bridge broke as I crossed it and my backpack is still on that side. Please toss it to me. Okay, interesting. So we can either toss the stranger their pack, or we can keep the bag for ourselves. If we toss them the pack, we're going to lose 1 energy, gain a blessing token, and move up 1 on the morality track. If we keep it for ourselves, we're going to gain a ration, a random loot card, and move down 1 on the morality track. I'm feeling like a good guy today. I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to toss the stranger their pack. It says you spend a few moments looking for the pack, and once you have it in your hands, you throw it across the divide to the relieved stranger. So we're going to lose 1 energy. We're also going to gain a blessing token. And we're going to move up 1 on the morality track right there. And that gives us 1 more eye. We're getting pretty low eyes on the plot cards here. So we're only at 2 eyes out of 10 to fight the boss so far. And we are not in the Frost Glen anymore, thankfully. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that card right there. We're on level 2. And we didn't run into anything that had that was weak to fire, fortunately. So we didn't really get too much of a threat from that card. So now let's move on to level 2. Draw an environment card, and it is the Parched. Your throat goes dry from the scorching heat as your feet shuffle through the ashy floor. All enemies on this level that are weak to ice add +2 to their damage during combat. You may not search for food when at the campsite, and the Mushroom Grove does not contain rations. Man, it's like the Frost Glen all over again, but for cold monsters. It says you gain 2 additional blessing tokens when you pray for a blessing at the altar. Whoa, 2 additional? You get 3? That's insane. And it says all enemies on this level that you defeat that are weak to ice gain you an additional gold. Okay. Okay, cool stuff. All right, so let's go. We're about half health. We have a fair amount of energy left. We got a spark bomb and an antidote going into this next level of the dungeon. Let's see what we get. A campsite. So does it say that we can't find anything at the campsite? You may not search for food when at the campsite. Okay, so we just can't search, but we can cook or rest. I do want health back, honestly. So I think we're going to rest. We're going to spend a ration to gain 2 health and lose 1 poison. We don't have any poison, but we will gain back 2 health, which is much needed at this point. Let's go ahead and set that aside. Let's keep going. An ambush. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, we've got a goblin. That's good. So we draw an enemy card, ignore their initial damage, and add the dungeon level to their health, so +2, so 4. Yeah, that's really good. We're running into a pretty weak enemy here. And we're going to get to attack first. It says that we can avoid the conflict by spending a gold, but we're not going to do that, dudes. We're just going to crush this guy. Ooh, also, he's weak to ice. So what's going on with that? All enemies on this level that are weak to ice add +2 to their damage during combat. But we'll gain an extra gold when we beat him because he's weak to ice, so that's good. So let's go ahead and fight this guy. Should we just risk it? Should we YOLO it and roll 1? Or do I roll 2 and guarantee that I kill him? I'm going to do 2. Yeah, I'm going to do 2. I want to play it safe here. 4 damage. Whoo, that was close, dude. I'm so glad I spent the 2. Unbelievable. We just barely took that dude down. We're going to get a treasure. The Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch. So you discard this card, to immediately defeat any foe with 6 or less base health. Man, that would have been good against the goblin right there. So we got the Holy Hand Grenade. Shout out to Monty Python, the Holy Grail. This is amazing. This is one of the one of the extra cards. I think this came in the fanny pack, if I'm not mistaken. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, now 7 items worth of weight right there. And we're also going to get a gold plus an extra gold from the parched since he is weak to ice. So hey, that's pretty cool. So we get 2 more gold and we're sitting on 4 gold total right now. And we get to add the goblin to our graveyard. And that means we have 3 enemies in the graveyard. I'm going to flip these face down and we are going to gain a new skill. Let's go to the skill deck right here. And I'm going to choose Sixth Sense. So this is an agility skill and Zolla is an agility character, and it says once per dungeon level you may either avoid an ambush, which is insane, or reveal both dungeon cards and choose one to resolve, which is also pretty insane. Avoiding an ambush is amazing, so we can do that once per dungeon level. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and pick Sixth Sense right there, and let's keep on going. So we're going to go ahead and go into the next room of the dungeon. It's a mushroom grove, and the parched says that we may not find rations at the mushroom grove. That sucks. That's just like last level. I really need these rations because we're out of rations and we're going to take damage at the end of the round. And I think we're also going to gain an affliction, which is not good at all. We need rations. Let's keep going here. A clearing. We're going to get a plot card. It is the Old Woman. You hear a moaning sound from the shadows and discover a lost old woman. She is frail and mutters on about losing something in the darkness. We can help her escape the dungeon, or we can leave her and search instead. If we help her escape, we're going to lose 1 ration and 1 energy. Well, we don't have a ration, so we can't choose to do that. So we're going to have to leave her behind, unfortunately, and search instead, which I feel bad about doing, but I have no choice. I've got no food. It says you ignore the old hag and instead look for what she may have lost. Move down 1 on the morality track, bloop, and gain 1 random treasure card. Okay, and that gives us 2 eyes, so we're at a total of 4. Come on, dude, give me rations. Iron Helm, bro. Let's go. We got the Iron Helm, so we can subtract 1 from both initial damage and counter strikes. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this weighs 2. So we're going to have to drop something. We're going to drop the dagger, I think. Yeah, I'm going to drop the dagger. I'm going to put on my fresh Iron Helm right there, dude. That is sweet. Heck yeah, that is amazing. So we're a little bit tougher now. And let's keep on going. We're going to need that since we don't have rations. A skirmish. Yee. I'm going to try to avoid the skirmish with... Ooh, should I try to avoid with conceal? No, we're going to skip it. We're going to skip it. We're going to go to the next door. It's another skirmish. Okay, we're going to try to avoid this with conceal. 4. We failed. We almost did it. So we're going to draw an enemy, add the dungeon level plus 4 to their health, so plus 6 to his health. So he's at 12. And it is a fungal horror. It's got 3 base attack, and when the fungal horror successfully hits, you gain 1 poison token. Ew, that's not good. We've got our short bow, which deals 2 damage to your foe before taking initial damage, so we're going to pop him for 2. He's going to go down to 10. And this kind of sucks. Like, this is pretty rough. So he's going to attack. He's got 3 base attack, but we're subtracting 1 from initial damage with the leather armor, and we're subtracting 1 from initial damage and counter strikes with the Iron Helm. So he's going to deal plus 1 to whatever he rolls here. And he rolled 5 minus 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5 damage. Dude, that's not good. That is not good. So we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage right there. Yikes. What are we at? We are at 4. Uh-oh. Dude, it's not looking good, dudes. Dude, adding the environment cards makes this so much more difficult. It really does. Okay. Here we go. So I'm going to get to retaliate. We need to kill this guy. We need to kill this guy. So I'm going to spend 3 right there. And what does our hand grenade do? 6 or less base health. Okay, unfortunately we can't do... Oh, he does have 6 base health. Should we just hand grenade this dude? He's got 6 base health. So that's not taking into consideration the added health from the skirmish, adding the dungeon level and all that to their health. Yeah, dude, we're going to do it. We're going to Holy Hand Grenade, so we can discard this card to immediately defeat any foe with 6 or less base health. Yeah, let's do it. I wonder if I could have done that before he attacked me. Probably not. I'm thinking you probably have to do this, like, on your turn. I don't know. Maybe let me know down in the comments if you guys know how that mechanic works. I'm pretty sure that's how that works, though. So we're going to discard the Holy Hand Grenade. I'm going to blow that dude to smithereens, and we're going to get 1 gold from him. Boop, put it up to 5 gold, and we get him in our graveyard over here. All right, let's keep on going. The altar. Ooh, does something special happen with the altar? You gain 2 additional blessing tokens when you pray for a blessing at the altar. That's insane. So if I'm reading that correctly, we get the 1 because we're getting a blessing, and then we get 2 additional. 1, 2. So we are up to 4 blessing tokens. Let's go, dude. All right. I was just complaining about how hard it makes it, but that's pretty good. Let's keep on going. We have an ambush here. Here's the thing we got to keep in mind too. We have no rations. So at the end of this level, when we can't eat a ration, we're going to end up taking 3 damage, and I'm at 4 health, so I'm going to be at 1. So it's like I can't take any damage. If I skip it and this is an ambush, dude, that is just terrible. What's left? I mean, there's the treasure card. There's the merchant. Ooh, I don't know. That's so risky, though. It's so risky. We could avoid an ambush once per dungeon. I can also reveal the other card and choose one. I think I'm going to use my 6th sense to avoid an ambush on this level. So I'm going to go ahead and tap that like that. And we're going into our last couple of rooms here. Let's go this way. An arrow trap. Yeah, let's just take it. So we're going to take 1 poison damage from the arrow trap. And that is the end of that level of the dungeon. So we're about to move to level 3 of the dungeon. Let's get the dungeon deck mixed up here. There we go. We have no rations, so we're going to lose 3 health. So we are at 1 health. And if I remember correctly, I think we're about to get an affliction. So if you run out of food, if you cannot feed your adventurer at the end of a level, you'll gain an affliction. Dude, as if it wasn't bad enough that we're on 1 health. Let's see what we get. Plagued. An illness has come upon you. Your hands and feet are beginning to turn red and swell, and your mouth is dry. Sweat drips from your brow, and your clothes are damp with your own salty moisture. Immediately gain 1 poison token. Okay, that's not good. At the end of each level, you gain an additional poison token for each poison token you have instead of the standard 2-for-1 ratio. And you know what I just realized, guys? This doesn't even matter because we already had 1 poison token and I have 1 health, which means we're dead. We are dead once again. Unbelievable, dude. Oh, it's so brutal. It's so much more difficult with the environment cards, but I like the challenge. There you go, guys. Poor Zolla, man. That's 2 runs in a row. Poor Zolla. We're going to get there with her, though. We're going to try again. Hopefully next time we'll actually be able to get through. We made it a little bit further this time. We made it to... Well, we almost made it to... We're about to go to level 3, and then we, died on the steps up to level 3 from the poison. Oh, well. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If I missed anything, if I made any mistakes, be sure to let me know down in the comments section below. I'm sure that's bound to happen at some point. And yeah, if you enjoyed this... If you enjoyed the new content that you see here, be sure to go check out my other videos. I have unboxing videos of all of the content for Iron Helm. Some of that stuff isn't uploaded yet, but I've filmed all of it, and I'm in the process of editing the videos, so those are all coming soon. So be sure to go check that stuff out. And if you missed the first playthrough with Zolla, go check that one out too. It's pretty funny. And yeah, I'm going to be doing more playthroughs of this, of course, with the rest of the characters, and we're going to give Zolla 1 more go. I think we're going to give her 1 more try before we move on to a new character, and hopefully we can get a little bit further with her on the next one. If you enjoyed this, guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up like button. If you're not already, please consider subscribing. Hit the red subscribe button and click the bell icon so you can be notified every time I upload a brand new video. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Love all you dudes to death. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one, everybody. See ya.